Hi, I'm Erin from Paired, and you've probably experienced this before. Your new product launches and everything seems fine until the bug reports start flooding in. Suddenly, trust erodes, support tickets pile up, and your team scrambles to fix something that should have been caught days ago. And that's where QA comes in. Hiring a quality assurance engineer isn't just hiring someone to run test cases. It's about building a feedback loop that protects your users, saves your dev team hours, and gives you the confidence to ship even faster. In this video, I'll walk you how to hire a QA engineer the right way. Whether you're a startup founder, solo PM, or running a lean engineering team, we'll cover why QA matters more than most teams realize, what to look for in a candidate, hint, it's not just tool experience, where to find great QA engineers, whether locally or overseas, and how to onboard them for long-term success. Let's break it down. Why QA is essential and not optional. QA, or quality assurance, isn't just about perfection. It's about predictability. When you have solid QA support, you catch issues early before they reach your users. And your dev team spends less time firefighting and more time building. You also build trust by shipping updates that actually work. And that's not just about avoiding bugs. It's about preserving your reputation and your customer loyalty, especially if you are scaling fast. And keep in mind, it's not about catching every mistake. It's more about preventing the big ones from even entering production. What a QA engineer actually does. So the best QA engineers don't wait for instructions. They think like users, act like detectives, and work like product partners. They create test plans and identify edge cases. They run manual tests or automated test scripts. They report issues clearly with steps to reproduce, severity, and suggested fixes. They also work closely with devs and PMs to flag risks before launch. They also help build or improve your test process over time. In other words, they don't just catch bugs, they raise the bar on your entire product process. How to clarify what you need first. Before you post the job or start interviewing, take a step back and ask yourself what success looks like to you. You want to ask yourself, are you launching new features weekly or maintaining stability? Do you need automation, manual testing, or both? Are you testing across platforms, mobile, web, different browsers, different OS? Will they be building process or plugging into the one you already have? Then use that information to write a clear job description. Make sure to include the tools you use, such as Jira, TestRail, or Cypress. Also include the platforms they'll test, whether it's mobile, desktop, or browsers. You also want to see what a successful 30, 60, 90 days would look like. When you're clear on the job, you'll attract candidates that are clear on their fit. What to look for in a QA hire. You're looking for someone who improves the way your product ships. The best QA engineers are detail-oriented. They catch stuff most people miss. They're also curious. They ask, what happens if I do this? They're also collaborative. They don't throw bugs all over the wall. They work with your team to fix them. They're also process-minded, meaning they want to improve your QA process, not just follow it. It's a plus if they've worked with a fast-paced team or a team similar to yours. And if they've used your core tools or are quick to learn them, even better. Where to find strong QA talent? There's no shortage of QA engineers out there. The key is finding someone that matches your urgency, communication, and complexity. The first one is Upwork. Really great for project-based QA and trying someone out. Number 2 is Fiverr, and it's ideal for smaller tasks such as cross-browser testing. Number 3 is LinkedIn or job boards, which is the best for long-term or full-time candidates. And if you're open to hiring overseas, you open yourself up to a wide pool of experienced QA engineers. Places like Indonesia, Colombia, and Argentina have sharp, detail-oriented QA engineers who've already worked with Western products. They also bring top-tiered skills at local rates. And if you want to skip the sifting shifting and jump straight to great candidates, paired recruiting can help. We'll match you with pre-vetted QA engineers who pass the technical and communication screening and are ready to contribute from day one. Whether you need someone to manage 5 test cases or 50, we've got you covered. How to interview a QA candidate. A resume won't tell you how someone thinks under pressure. An interview will. Here are a few good questions to ask. How do you prioritize bugs under a tight sprint? Walk me through your process for testing a sign-up flow. And what's your approach when you find a critical issue right before launch? Even better, give them a small task to see their capabilities in action. Something like a small feature or page, and ask them to submit 3 to 5 test cases or bugs. Or a mock bug report with steps to reproduce, expectations versus actual behavior, and severity. You'll see how they think, how they communicate, and how they tackle issues. Onboarding, setting them up for success. Even the best QA engineers need context. Make sure to equip your new hire with your release calendar and product roadmap, access to staging environments, and historical bug logs, any internal testing documents or workflows they should know, and a clear 30-day success plan with priorities, tools, and expectations. Also, check in weekly. Ask them what they're seeing, what they're stuck on, and what could be better. This turns your QA from a reactive task into a proactive system. Tips for working with remote QA engineers. QA can work perfectly across time zones if you set up the right system. Use Loom or screen recordings to explain complex flows. Log tasks and bugs in shared tools like Jira or ClickUp. Set response expectations such as check-ins 3 times a week or 24-hour bug turnaround. Be mindful of time zones, but offer a few hours of overlap for live reviews. Great QA doesn't require physical proximity. It requires a great system. Why this role gives you money and sanity. Skipping QA doesn't save you money. It actually ends up costing you more money than you think. You'll end up with your dev team being pulled into support tickets, features getting shipped late due to last-minute issues, and your users losing trust because of bad experiences. Hiring the right QA engineer changes all of that. You ship cleaner, you build credibility, and you avoid last-minute chaos. And most importantly, you create a better experience for people using your product. Today we covered what QA engineers really do, how to clarify your needs before hiring, what to look for in candidates, how to find them, and how to set them up for success, especially remotely. And of course, if you don't want to go through the hassle of searching and vetting candidates yourself, paired recruiting can handle everything for you. We'll match you with pre-vetted QA engineers who will bring you speed, clarity, and confidence to your release cycle. Click the link in the description to book a free call and get started. And before you go, what's one bug that you ship that still haunts you? Drop it in the comments, and if this helped, give it a like, a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.